In opening myself to evidence of the miraculous, I became aware of the phenomenon called grace. The word associated with grace in a famous evangelical hymn is amazing. Something amazes us when it is not predictable by natural law. A 35-year-old businessman, remarkably successful, came to see me because of a mild neurosis. He was born illegitimate and raised by a deaf and dumb mother in the slums of Chicago. When he was 5, the state took him away from her without warning and placed him in 3 successive foster homes, where he was treated with a total absence of affection. At 15, he became partially paralyzed by the rupture of a brain aneurysm. At 17, he was jailed for a vicious assault. In prison, he received no psychiatric treatment. Upon his release, the authorities got him a job as a stock clerk. No psychiatrist would have foreseen his future as anything but grim. Yet within 3 years, he had become the youngest department head in the history of the company. In 5 years, after marrying another executive, he set up his own business and became a wealthy man, as well as a loving and effective father, a self-educated intellectual, a community leader, and an accomplished artist. How did all this come about? I do not know. Together, we determined the origins of his mild neurosis and healed him. We were unable to determine the origins of his successes. There is a force we do not fully understand that fosters mental health, even under the most adverse conditions. In this respect, the processes involved in mental disorders correspond to the processes of physical disorders. If I were to culture meningococcus from the throats of my village neighbors, I would discover it living at some point in 9 out of 10 people. Yet no one in my little village has suffered from meningococcal meningitis for many years. The disease is relatively rare, yet the causative agent is extremely common. Physicians use the concept of resistance to explain this phenomenon, and we know a good deal about how these defenses operate. But enormous questions remain. While some people who will die from meningococcal meningitis this winter will have a defective resistance, most will be healthy individuals with no known defects in their resistance systems. Meningococcus will cause their death, but on a deeper level we will not know why they died.